Robert came in, he said, "Yo." But anyways, what was I saying, MK?
You were talking about something along the lines of ego and
Ego. Yeah, and spirituality, and oh yeah, where I was going with that was I always wondered why like it took so long for it to happen to me because like, I had an aha moment, right? I call it a calling. And often I'm like, why? Why so long? Like why did it take so long for this thing to happen to me or for me to be found or be woken up, I guess, for lack of better words. But now I kind of like the fact that I am so able to see how people are living without that. And it could happen to anybody. It could be anybody. It's our brothers, it's our sisters, it's our mothers. It's like the people that are just stuck in society, like going to work, 9 to 5, watching TV, going to sleep. Same thing every day, all day,
Mhm.
work, pay the bills, no spiritual growth, nothing.
Yeah, it's uh, it's an interesting dynamic. I mean, wow, there's a lot to unpack there. I think to answer your initial question, like why did it take so long in order to have this awakening, I would just say this kind of comes down to the principle of like dualism. And what I mean by that is like there's a dark and there's a light to everything. You know, there's white and there's black. And what I mean by that is essentially is like, you know, if you were not exposed to the opposite side of things, like you know, without spirituality or you know, without higher consciousness, whatever you want to call it, then you might not appreciate it as much if you didn't have that experience. And I think everybody who's had a spiritual awakening in a way has experienced very dark things. They've experienced what life is like without spirituality. So, you know, then getting that awakening makes it so much more meaningful.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. So,
Yeah.
do you think now, just to kind of wrap this all back into social media, do you think it's helping things?
Do I think what is helping?
Social media and spirituality, do you think it's helpful for each other?
I think it's a very, very sharp double-edged sword. I think social media has the capacity to, you know, give you new ideas and information you had no access to before. Like, you know, we have, by all metrics, we have much more information than like the highest priest class than you know was in the past. But also, it's very detrimental. You know, we're given things, or we are given beliefs that we're supposed to want things we really shouldn't, or see things we shouldn't. So I think it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah. Yeah, and I often worry about misinformation like that. So I think social media is a great thing. It's, of course, could be detrimental to some people, but in the end, I think it gives the individual person a little bit more power or at least more opportunity. Um, but I also worry once in a while about misinformation. But if somebody, it's kind of weird how it works, but if somebody is truly being guided or connected to the consciousness or um, knowing the truth or whatever, right? It's you cannot fool them because it's so simple that it almost none of it almost even matters. Like, don't get me wrong, you should totally work on being righteous, helping people, all of those things, right? And doing better at being you. Like, you should do all those things. But in the end, like, it doesn't matter truly if Jesus Christ is real or not, right? Or at least what we believe and what we think, because the reality is it either is or it isn't true. So for us to fight and bicker over it, it's just a silly, stupid thing. And then for us to get bullhorn and tell everybody what we believe is right and that what they believe is wrong, like really? Like what the hell? Like who in their right mind that is truly connected and spiritually minded is going to listen to somebody with a bullhorn and just follow everything they say? That would be stupid.
Yep.
So all you got to do really is trust yourself and your high power, which is the most high, the creator.
Agreed. Yeah, I think